Hello, folks. This is Dave.
And Matt.
And welcome back to the Matt and Dave Gaming Channel. We are back playing I Love You, Colonel Sanders, finishing it up. We're in Colonel Sanders' abode. We have currently tried on one of his jackets. And we have to make the right choice, because last time we chose the wrong thing, and it gave us a nice big old game over.
And guess we're not allowed to ask for his Kentucky Fried Cock.
Yeah, something about that. I see what you did there. Give me a second.
Got him.
Yep. I don't usually loan those out, but I must say it does look good on you. His jacket, by the way, folks. Come on, thing. Oh crap, the jacket. Last time we decided to make a big move, which was the wrong thing. So I guess we fess up and tell the truth?
It would. I feel like it would also be kind of silly to tell him you're cold. Like, oh, I got so cold, and your magic jacket just happened to be on me.
Yeah, let's do that one. You confess. I think I've developed feelings for you. Oh, we're confessing that. I thought it was just about the jacket.
Oh.
I might be developing feelings for you, too, but I'm concerned. I can't let anything get in the way of my dreams. Overwhelmed, you take off the jacket and run for the door. But the thought of leaving Colonel in the midst of such an emotional breakthrough gives you pause. You stop yourself. Colonel? Yes, Drumstick. I honestly think this might be the beginning of something wonderful. You know, a nice franchise. In the middle of Phoenix.
Stirring macaroni.
I think you're right. We should take things slow. You talk late into the night and drift off into a slumber. At his house? Dream sequence.
Hey, let's go.
They don't even try to pretend that this is a joke anymore.
Yep. This is insane.
You awake to a beautiful morning in Colonel Sanders' hideaway. Did you make the right decision on how to respond to Colonel Sanders? Only time will truly tell. I mean, the hearts popped up around him.
I think we're doing all right.
Today is a day that could change the rest of your life. You know, it's finals day after 3 days. You think about the new secret ingredient you just learned about. Blank. In some jurisdiction, blank isn't even illegal. But if the recipe is their secret, how will they know?
Bro, is Colonel Sanders actually putting, like, the devil's lettuce into his stuff? Is that why it's so addicting, brother?
I would actually bet it's a whiskey thing, because in some places, whiskey is not legal.
Didn't know that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Well,
okay.
alcohol's not legal.
That's fair. Yeah.
Your thoughts are interrupted when Colonel Sanders emerges into the room. He's holding a gorgeously plated breakfast, and your mouth waters at the sight of it. Here's a simple breakfast I just whipped up. It's gonna be like
it's my chicken in a box.
It's meticulous. Folks, we're gonna ignore that for a moment. You taste Colonel Sanders' food, and it takes you on a journey. When you return, he's waiting to ask you an important question. Will you marry me? So, would you say that we're the perfect match? What happened to taking it slow? How presumptuous. My cuisine and your taste buds, that is. Such confidence, such grace. Could it be the world's greatest gift to cookery? Flatter him?
I kind of want to take him down a peg. It might be the wrong one, and worst case, we have to redo it. But I kind of want to knock him down a bit.
I mean...
Because if you look at... He's also
we're so close to the end, man.
This is fair. Yeah, we'll flatter him.
No, we can go... We can take him down a peg. We'll take him down a peg. It's good, but my mom made better. Yeah, see, what the hell, man? Colonel Sanders' expression grows serious. Did your little jab land too hard? Colonel, I know what you're going to say. I need to be better if I'm going to leave my mark on this world. Okay, maybe you're right. A single tear begins to pull in the corner of his eye.
I think we made a mistake.
As he gazed out the window. Or we made the best choice in the world. One of the two. And with the right business partner, I know I can't fail. Business partner? Could he be talking to you? Oh, so we're just going to be business partners, not a relationship. It's all happening so quickly. Overcome with emotion and confused by your feelings, you're on the verge of tears. Unable to speak, the only answer you can find is to run out the door and get home. There's still one more day of school after all. The University of Cooking School Academy for Learning waits for no one. I kind of want a fireplace like that.
That is kind of sick.
You get home to find something very surprising. Your best friend is there waiting for you. Where have you been? Because I had one heck of a night. Oh, Clank.
Let's go.
Clank. I've been desperate to talk to you about it, but I couldn't find you. I got worried that something had happened to you. It's okay, but now that it turns out you're fine, I can finally get you up to speed on the saga of Miriam.
Let's go.
Sure, but you will not believe what happened to me after school yesterday. I went on a date. I think I can believe that. Since I'd been partnered up with Clank, he asked me to go out with him. Of course, I told him, you better keep your dials turned to polite and respectful. I'm not that kind of girl. But he was just interested in spending some one-on-one time together and getting to know me. So I said, yeah, sure. I can get to know the little metallic guy. Don't know if that's something you want to talk to me about. Whatever.
Yeah.
Long story short, he took me skydiving with his friends, but things quickly spiraled out of control. Is Clank dead? Clank's dead, Miriam. We're not friends anymore. Did she just say skydiving as if that's a typical first date to go on with a talking pressure cooker? And now I'm not really sure where we stand. Oh, she's crying.
Oh, no.
You don't give Miriam time to tell her whole story, however. Bottling up the details of your own night is just too much to bear. And I went on a date, too, back to Colonel Sanders' house, where I spent the night with him. You what? Nothing happened, but the emotional connection. Wowzers. Miriam tells you to move on from this whole Colonel Sanders obsession and focus on school. Well, fuck you too, Miriam. If being obsessed with Colonel Sanders is wrong, you don't want to be right. After a short argument, you both agree to go your separate ways. Oh, we are telling her to fuck off. Okay.
Jeez.
Wow.
Okay.
When you arrive at school, you encounter your rivals in the quad. You can tell from a distance they're picking on Pop, though he himself might not quite grasp that fact. Because, you know, he's Pop. What's a swirly? It sounds delicious.
Oh, it's great. I'll order you up one right away.
I'll have my swirly with sprinkles, please. Sprinkles as a dog and a treat. You can get your swirly dipped, too. I don't remember if I had a voice for her. Why don't you pick out someone your own size?
Because I'm literally the biggest person at this school.
I feel you, Van. There is that horse that Colonel Sanders rides to school, but who would dare pick on such a gentle and beautiful creature?
You've got some nerve, Drumstick, suggesting I pick on a defenseless horse.
Now you're twisting my words, and I won't have it. You clench your fist, but the injury from yesterday's mixer accident makes you wince in pain.
Doesn't look like you can go on cooking like that. Might as well just give up.
I'll never give up, ever. Colonel Sanders arrives just as it appears things are close to boiling over. A naturally intuitive person, he senses that something has been going on. Is everyone excited for the final day of school? Drumstick, how's that hand feeling? I'm sure you'll be back in fighting form by this afternoon. Aren't you concerned about my hands, Colonel? Yesterday I almost broke a nail winning so hard. Technically, I don't believe a winner was decided, but your presentation was quite impressive. Uh-oh. What is he doing complimenting her? But what about the flavor of my delicate, warm, gooey chocolate sauce? It was clear that you're passionate about how your food is received. That's a lot of words to say. It was bland. Excuse me, Drumstick. I am more than capable enough to speak for myself. We're about to lose him because we insulted him earlier, Matt. It's all your fault, damn it. Maybe you could tell me more of your thoughts as we walk into class, Colonel. I'm always interested in discussing the fine arts of fine foods. See you inside, Drumstick. You goddamn it, Matt. Folks, you're about to hear me get real salty over an anime dating simulator. Annoyed by Colonel Sanders' inability to see Ashley for who you know she really is, you walk across the quad to get some distance. In an attempt to distract yourself from how slighted you feel by that interaction with Ashley, you take out the spellbook you recovered yesterday and start flipping through the pages. Whoa, that's a book! Or that's that book? It looks like bad news. Wow, I butchered that part. It's just something I found lying around. It would appear to be some sort of grimoire, but I don't really believe in that magic stuff. A grimoire? Like a book of spells? I don't know. Who would spend so much time decorating a magic book if it weren't really powerful? I can think of one surefire way to find out. You open to a page covered with arcane warnings, cast only in case of extreme emergency. It says around the edges of the page.
Okay.
I could use this spell here that says it will erase anyone I choose from all of my memories. If I scrub out Colonel Sanders, it would probably help me focus better on the upcoming final exam. That is way drastic. Couldn't you do something else, like anything else, not rooted in dark magic? Maybe tie a string around your finger? Okay, fine. It is drastic, but desperate times call for desperate measures. You've got a memory erasing spell sitting right in front of you, and a pretty good excuse to try it out.
Oh no.
I'm so curious.
Oh my god. Am I really this invested now in this game that I want to see both of them happen?
Should we don't do it after all for now?
Yeah.
Okay. Gonna be good for now.
I think because Colonel Sanders is, popping a chubby for us.
Ashley?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, I guess her too.
No.
I can't blame him
do
though.
It after all. You take your friend's advice and put the book away. Didn't we just, not become friends?
Yeah.
5 minutes ago? It's almost time for class. Sprinkles is already in the room, waiting for the students to arrive. He clears his voice to make a quick announcement. I want you all to know I feel something of a dog moment coming on, but I assure you it's nothing to be afraid of.
I have questions.
So do I. He must be hungry. Reach for some old homework to give him as a snack. Dogs can be rather unpredictable, especially Sprinkles. Wait to see what happens.
Unpredictable.
On me, his cute little nose scrunches up and begins to breathe quickly. That sounds like not hungry.
Yeah.
We'll stick with that one. Sprinkles stops in his tracks. He focuses in on the window. The room is deadly silent. When you follow his gaze, you see it. There it is. You see a tiny orange squirrel perched on the cherry tree outside. Sprinkles turns feral and runs to the window of the classroom. He begins barking uncontrollably at the squirrel outside.
That sounds about right.
Terrence! Terrence the squirrel.
Wow.
I told you to never come back here, Terrence. I will destroy you, Terrence. Sprinkles is barking ferociously, drool flying off of his face. The squirrel looks over, but he doesn't say anything back. You wonder, is that even a talking squirrel? Who named him Terrence? You better not show your chubby cheeks around here ever again. After Sprinkles is satisfied with that his presence has been felt by not only Terrence, but any other squirrel in hearing distance, he returns to his professional tone. I apologize for the outburst. This actually brings up an important point. Thank you, Drumstick, for reminding me to dole out this indispensable bit of wisdom, you see? But before he can go any further, Miriam's love drama spills over into the class.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh. Sprinkles is interrupted by whirs and sparks coming from the back of the room.
Okay.
I told you to save it for after class. Bzz, bzz. You think I wanted to be thrown from a plane strapped to a stranger? Miriam and Clank appear. Oh, poor Clank.
Aw.
Miriam and Clank appear to be arguing, but you still haven't learned to speak. Clank's language of mechanical noises. Okay. I had a moment there, folks. I'm like, but you still haven't learned to speak, and I thought that was end of sentence. I was like,
Speak what?
Yeah. Were. But no, you had to show off your cool kid friends Jeff and Joan. J&J forever. Watch us form a triangle in midair as we descend. Triangles are the strongest shape, don't you know? Bzz, bzz. Well, yeah, that doesn't make it a great date. Beep, whir. Then take Jeff and Joan with you. You can all hold hands as you pedal down the mountain, or off a cliff for all I care. Sad beep. Clank begins to shudder. Steam pours out of the gaps in his panels, and then a loud ding stops him in his tracks. Beep. Zzz. No amount of seasoning is going to make me want to eat that, Clank. Clank burps out a completely deep-fried sneaker. Considering that he himself has wheels, not feet, it's not entirely clear where it came from. In terms of deep-fried footwear, I guess it looks okay? Clank slowly rolls out of the room to be alone with his shoe. Everyone tries to pretend like they didn't see that entire thing go down. Poor Clank.
Poor guy.
Nothing like a loud public breakup to cast a pall or pale over the final day of school. Well, that was unfortunate. But we mustn't be distracted from what lies ahead. The final competition showdown challenge exam.
Trademarked.
Yeah. I'm still working on the title, but I think you get it. This time approaches. See you all in the arena. But before you can think about your upcoming competition, there's a very beautiful soul nearby in need of a pep talk. Hey, Miriam, are you okay?
She looks just absolutely frazzled.
Okay? Yeah, no joke. I'm so mad I could smash a tiny mug, spilling several droplets of hot cocoa all over the floor. How could he embarrass me in class like that, in front of everyone? Her tiny cocoa is a delicious treasure, so you know that this breakup is no joke, even if the source of her frustration is such a silly boy. I know you know this, but I'm going to say it out loud. You don't need anyone. Why are we... we said we weren't friends. I'm so confused. Me and you were going to cruise... I guess I'm asking too much of a game made by KFC.
That's fair.
Me and you were going to cruise through this final test and hit the carpool lane to Success City. Miriam brightens up, imagining the wind rushing through her short bangs, but she hesitates to embrace the feeling all the way. You're not going to saddle up on Colonel Sanders' stallion and ride off into the sunset without me? Of course not. Well, maybe sorta, but I'm sure there's a pony out there with your name on it, and a ranch big enough for both of us and whoever else we want to bring along. If it's not Pop or Clank or anyone else you meet today, tomorrow, or this whole year, so what? You're a special person who shouldn't settle for the first someone to show a little interest anyhow. Miriam gives you a big hug and wipes the tears from her cheeks. I should really review my menu for today. I'm going to make a very special soup. And I bet that Professor Dog is gonna love it. While you were pep-talking Miriam, you completely missed lunch, but that's okay, because you had a better idea how to spend the time before your exam. You decided to head to the arena early to practice a dish. This is it, the location of your final challenge. A test of will, a test of courage, a test of talent, and a chance to beat off the pants off of Van Van, the supposed Man and his eviler counterpart, Ashley. I know, yeah. Now beat the pants off. Come on now.
Well, because you started saying beat off, and I was like,
As planned, you begin to run through a quick test of a recipe you've been working on. Drumstick's famous chicken pot pie. After practicing for months, making this dish comes second nature to you, and you're able to quickly get a fresh pot pie in the oven. But as soon as you do, your cram session is interrupted by Colonel Sanders.
That's not what I read. Oh my god.
Drumstick, what are you doing here? There's still time before the final exam. Oh, just taking it all in. I'm big into visualizing success. I'm looking at my station and picturing victory. The pot pie has begun to bake and the smell is slowly filling the space around you. Visualizing how? Visualizing, huh? That's too bad. I was hoping you were here cooking something delicious. You usually happily share your food with anyone who is hungry, but the last time you let Colonel Sanders get in your head, it cost you a cook-off. You decided it's time to put your cooking above your romantic desires, but that decision gets hard to stick to when the oven timer goes off behind you. Yeah.
Fess up, yeah.
Okay, you got me. I'm doing a little bit more than visualizing. I know, my nose can smell a pot pie from 400 yards. That's an oddly specific distance, but you'd expect nothing less from such an oddly specific man.
Sounds about right.
You knew it was a pot pie just from the smell? Not just a pot pie, but a chicken pot pie with an all-butter crust. What?
It's just the oddly specific. It's just so on the nose.
Yeah. And my nose is telling me something else.
Oh yeah, what's your nose telling you?
Oh no, is
what's
it burning?
your nose telling you, Colonel Sanders?
Haha, no. I could smell that it was made with a heaping helping of TLC. Well, it'll probably stop burning any second if you don't pull it out. The moment of truth. Wow. It's the best pot pie I've ever tasted.
I like how you actually hear the wow.
Yeah. I've always loved country cooking, and I could eat this all day. There's no time left. The final showdown is about to begin. Sprinkles lays down the ground rules. There are no rules. That is, except to cook with everything you've got. Wait, is this like... Are we being graded based on how it compares to everybody else's? That's kind of messed up.
Yeah, a little bit.
you step up for the cook-off of a lifetime. You decide that mac and cheese plus the pot pie you've been practicing are just the dishes that'll push you over the edge to victory. Wait, it's anime. Everything has to be a fight.
Oh,
what am I
yeah.
talking about? Yeah. Meanwhile, both Van and Ashley are prepping wildly elaborate dishes per their usual over-the-top selves. Miriam has her giant magnifying glass and several sets of tweezers. She's definitely prepared to go big, going small. Colonel Sanders seems to be harnessing his 11 herbs and spices, but he's trying to find a way to improve on something perfect. His original recipe, fried chicken. Trademark.
Yep.
The intensity in the room starts at a full 10 out of 10 with a frenzy of action. Where's Pop?
I know.
Everyone is calling out really cool special cooking moves as they prepare their food. Wow, this is getting serious.
This is anime AF.
I hope we get to read some.
Yup.
Colonel Sanders batters his chicken as it levitates through the air. Egg wash! Miriam furiously injects ingredients in the itty-bitty pot of broth. Best friend Baster Blaster! Baster Blaster, whatever. Van flexes his pectorals as he chops open a sea urchin.
Let's rock and roid.
Ashley scoops her pastries off the tray with lightning speed. Shallow personality spatula! Even Clank gets in on it, oh boy. 5-dial pressure point chicken cooking technique. Wait, when did Clank learn to speak English? It's the singularity, as was foretold.
We mustn't let it happen, or the appliance uprising will take us all.
Self-destruct. Van quickly unplugs Clank and rolls him out the back door of the arena. Can you just kill Clank then?
I think so.
As you frantically prepare your dish, you notice Ashley has her spellbook out. She's going to use some dark magic to turn the tide. You've got a book of your own, and you're desperate not to see her win another battle. Should you take this opportunity to fight magic with magic, even if it's almost certainly evil magic? No way.
Do it the hard way.
Yeah, do it the hard way.
Yeah.
Who needs magic when you've got passion? I'm going to do it the hard way. Colonel Sanders sees that you've chosen to win on your own terms, and it gives you a subtle wink from across
Colonel
the
Sanders
room.
is definitely preparing that Kentucky Fried
Drumstick.
Hell yeah.
I believe in you, drumstick. I believe in you, drumstick.
I didn't come up with a new pun.
And I've always believed in you, drumstick, since we were little kids, because I'm your best friend forever. Even though we, broke off that friendship this morning. But whatever. You turn to notice that Miriam is at your station, cheering for you. Miriam, what about your dish? If you're here cheering, who is cooking? Tiny food, short cook time. I'm actually already done, so I thought I'd help you. Oh, that's sweet, but... Miriam tosses a handful of spices directly into your boiling noodles. It's the secret ingredient. However, she doesn't know that you lied and the ingredient was made up. And where in the world did she get I have Newt from?
That's right.
The boiling pot explodes, sending Miriam flying backwards. The watery noodles begin to swirl in the air, bubbling up into a dark cloud that thickens and congeals before your very eyes.
What?
It is I, Steve the Spork Monster. There's 3 Spork Monsters. Steve, wait, what happened to Gorko? You're not here to battle me, are you? We Spork Monsters are many. I think Gorko had the day off. But you have conjured Steve, and I hate to battle. So I'd say you're doing pretty alright. Oh hey, you're in the middle of a cooking competition. I love this stuff. It's better than TV. You crazy kids in your culinary schools really impress me. Mind if I hang out? I'm sorry, Steve, but I'm kind of in the middle of something. Do you mind? Steve the Spork Monster notices that you've got the grimoire stashed beneath your cooking station. I see what you're up to. Crisscrossed some magical items and accidentally summoned me, huh? Huh, yeah, you guessed it, sorta. If you're here, would you mind tossing some fresh noodles in a pot of salted water? I'd love to. I've always wanted to be a top chef, actually. You know, when I was just a little spork pup back in the old country. Where's the old country?
Yeah.
You can feel a spork monster winding up to tell a very long and involved story. You don't know exactly where they came from, but it seems like it was probably lonely there. Actually, you know what? Maybe you should watch from the stands. I really need to focus on this competition. I understand. It's kind of like that time in monster school that I had fallen asleep during scare tactics class, and when I woke up, you toss a serious stare at Steve, and he takes the hint.
Aw.
Never mind, I'll tell you later. Good luck! Having suffered this huge setback, you don't know how you could ever win.
You summon extra power from deep down within yourself, because anime!
I mean, we go Super Saiyan cooking school.
Yeah.
I could do this. I have what it takes. I came here to win! Your hair turns mac and cheese. Oh, I've called it with the fucking
You
Super
called
Saiyan
it,
thing.
dude.
As culinary energy flows through your body. My heart is pure, my hands are steady. My taste buds are preparing their entire
Hold on.
lives for.
That music slaps, dude.
Yes, Drumstick, you are the chosen one. You will avenge me. The power you'd been summoning immediately fades back out. You interrupted my inspiring monologue. Sorry. My heart is pure, my hands are steady, my taste buds have been preparing their entire lives for this
Wow.
moment. I will show the world my cookery. You begin to levitate off of the ground.
Good God.
Energy courses through your body. You know, we could totally see this happening, right?
Yeah.
You know that with this power, you could do anything. Except turn back time, which would be super useful because while you were powering up, your chicken pot pie overcooked in the oven and can't be served. But don't worry, dear Drumstick. You may have suffered some setbacks, but all is not lost. Impressed with your fortitude, Colonel Sanders decides that you have earned his support. I've been watching you today, and I must say, I'm truly impressed. You've been thinking on your feet and rolling with the punches. He steps up to your station and stands right beside you. I'm here to help. All you've managed to make is mac and cheese, and time is almost up, so you're going to need it. But Colonel Sanders, what about the test? What will happen to you? What about the rules? Following the rules has never really been my thing. I follow my heart.
Oh, God. Here
What
we go.
a guy. Colonel Sanders unfolds a delicate white towel to reveal the most delicious fried chicken tenders you've ever laid your eyes on. And besides, sometimes unexpected combinations can have surprising effects that surpass their individual efforts. Oh, God, I know what we're about to make.
Yep.
It's those stupid bowl things that they used to have at KFC.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Because I forgot that was why this game was made.
Yeah.
Was to promote those. Are you suggesting if we combine forces, we can form the perfect food union? Time's up, students. The time expires the moment everyone has been waiting for. You must now prepare to present your dishes. A handful of students stand tall, but the class seems incomplete. It seems we're missing some students. Pop? Clank? From off screen, you hear a pure and innocent giggle that can only come from one student. Hey, 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 I'm flying! Sounds like it's coming from that broom closet over there. Miriam, would you mind? Inside of the closet, you see Pop hanging out a broom hook by the elastic of his underpants. Pop, get down from there right now. Let me guess, did Van have something to do with this?
When someone asks for a wedgie, who am I to refuse?
I thought a wedgie was a salad. It looks like Pop is eliminated from the challenge, seeing how he didn't cook anything. I can't feel my legs. May I be excused? Sure. You kids and your pranks. I must say, it's not the worst prank in UCS:AL history, but it's not exactly yearbook material. Wait a second. Pranks? Clank! Where did that pressure cooker roll off to? You wait to hear a signature word, beep, or other onomatopoeia, but there's none. I'm really glad I know how to pronounce that word.
Yeah.
Somehow he must have gotten unplugged, I guess. We'll have to figure that out later. That leaves only 4 remaining students. Please collect your final projects. Yes, it has been a long semester of 3 days. Mm-hmm. Wow, 3 whole days long. I'm glad they caught up themselves. But after days of hard work, the time has come for me to eat. Miriam, please step forward. Now describe your dish. I've made tender udon noodles and a savory soup. It's adorable.
That's fantastic.
Especially with the teacup and all that
Yep.
stuff, too. My word, it's so delicate. Is that a teeny tiny Narutomaki I spy afloat in this itsy bitsy bowl? Yes, chef. Please call me Sprinkles. Chef is my father's name. Wow. Yes,
That's
Sprinkles.
hilarious.
And some green tea made from baby tea leaves that I picked myself. Sprinkles carefully sniffs around the dish before opening his mouth and letting just the tip of his pink dog tongue dip into the bowl. Sublime! Would anyone else like a taste? Oh, come on, I'm not one of those dogs who doesn't floss. I even have a really cute electric toothbrush for dogs. Fine, I'll enjoy it all by myself. And in a flash, the entire meal has been devoured. Not that it took much. It was less than a thimble's worth of soup. A+, rarely do I taste a dish with as much love poured into it as yours. Miriam is overjoyed. She gives you a huge hug. I thought it said hug for a second.
Yeah.
Thank you, Drumstick, for helping me to believe in myself. Van, you're up. Now describe your dish.
I made uni over smooth egg custard in an axe-hewn urchin shell topped with caviar.
Did you skewer one type of urchin with spines for a second? Different colored type of urchin?
Yes, Sprinkles.
A bit much, don't you think?
That's exactly why I did it. A bit much is kind of my brand. Doesn't it look cool?
Sprinkles leans in to sniff the uni, but he can't get his nose close on account of all the spikes. He begins to paw at it erratically, causing the custard to slosh around. Woof woof!
Please be gentle with my cuisine.
Grrr. Finally, Sprinkles goes all in, tongue first, but he can't get past all the needles. He reels back as his tongue is poked and prodded. Youch! My tongue! The professor appears to be having an allergic reaction to the sting. I can't eat this. I keep poking my tongue. Disqualified! A stunning turn of events. Who would have thought that serving food in a bowl made of needles could make it difficult to eat? Dejected, Van does not go gentle into the night.
Disqualified for glamour?
Don't discount simplicity!
This isn't the last you've heard of me.
Before forcing us to endure his swollen tongue for another moment, Sprinkles graciously laps up a bowl of milk. I know. Yeah, I'm a dog and I drink milk. Get over it. Sometimes it helps calm my agitated tongue. Next student, Ashley, it's time to step up. Now, describe your dish. I made orange blossom Turkish delight in a light rosewater syrup, topped with French meringue and connected by sugar glass. That would be a bitch to make.
Yeah.
That actually doesn't sound too bad. Indeed, it's quite delightful. However, I'd ask that you please refrain from eating it or attempting to taste it in any way. It's very fragile and meant to be a display piece. Don't eat the food at a cooking school? Got toast in your ears or something, Drumstick? I told you, it's a display piece. Ashley, I must say, it is beautiful. However, this is a cooking competition at a cooking school. Yeah, which is why I cooked it, and did an extremely good job cooking it, too. I didn't realize that we were having an eating exam. If I wanted to be judged on eating, I'd go to the College of Eating School for the Hungry. I'd be down. I'd be down for that place.
I'd be down.
I suppose you could smell it if you absolutely insisted, but don't breathe too hard. You might disrupt the sugar spiral. If the food cannot be eaten, it cannot be judged. You are disqualified. Rage overtakes Ashley, and she finally cannot keep her two-faced routine up. You wouldn't know high-end cuisine if it cooked you. And with that, Ashley storms off to really dedicate herself to being the best, but this time without being shackled by trying to be fake nice and liked by everyone. This isn't the last you've heard of me, either. If this class gets much smaller, I'll be teaching myself. You and Colonel Sanders, the final cook, step up together. 2 chefs. What began as a bowl of delicious mac and cheese has become something else. Yep, it was totally that bowl from then.
Yep.
He examines it closely, sniffing and eyeing the bowl. Uh-oh, I don't have a good feeling about this. From somewhere in the room, a literal drum roll plays. Just when I thought I've seen everything in this kitchen, you give me this thing, and completely blow me away. In my 49 dog years of life, so he's 7.
Yep.
Yeah. I've never tasted anything so delicious and perfectly balanced. It's so delicious, in fact, that everyone passes the class.
Oh my god.
You pass, and you pass, and you get a pass. Everyone gathers around and partakes of the mac and cheese bowl. They all seem to transcend this reality into another dimension. You win! Together, you and Colonel Sanders have made a new menu item. The new menu item is so impressive, even the Van and Ashley are drawn back in by its magnetic fragrance. When they gaze upon your mac and cheese bowl, they admit that you are indeed an excellent chef.
Poor Van, he's sobbing.
So she's actually crying too.
Yeah.
Sprinkles declares that you have passed. Everyone has passed. There are supposed to be more battles, but come on, how could they be better than this one? Now that the school year is complete, school year, quote-unquote, is complete and everyone has graduated, the students return for one last excitement to get their groove on.
Oh,
because, of
Lord,
course,
here we go.
the cafeteria has been completely redecorated in order to serve as the site of the school's graduation dance. Compared to the massive, high-tech cooking arena, the humble decor seems downright cute and cozy. DJ Dog in the house! You know that Sprinkles is a master chef, but also a world-renowned turntablist? Who says you can't teach an old dog new tricks? Van and Ashley tell everyone that they've...
my god.
everyone committed
Van
to
coming
murder.
in here flexing on everybody.
But they've committed themselves to righting the wrongs they did while they were the villains.
My god.
For a moment, you actually believe them. Not another haunting. No ghost allowed at graduation. It's clearly written in the school's bylaws. I was never actually a ghost. It was all a trick to get you to finally notice me. Oh, amusing. And now that everyone is together, it's the Spork Monster. He's just totally mellowed it out. Everyone, the Spork Monster is no more. From here out, I prefer that everyone refer to me by my new name, Party Monster. Students tries to finish what he had to say, but everyone is too wrapped up talking to Party Monster. Dejected, student walks off. Maybe things didn't work out for Miriam romantically, but she found the love in her cooking, and you know she's gonna do great. A red carpet rolls out across the floor of the ballroom. It's like a Hollywood movie premiere.
Oh, God.
Who could command such an entrance? It's Pop! He arrived late to the dance, but apparently for good reason. Walking the carpet, you see perched atop his dirty chef's hat, a crown? Welcome back, Pop. I know you weren't able to complete the final exam and accept your diploma, so we had it mailed directly to your father. We figured it was the least we could do for the school's dean. Oh, now I get it. And we get a new wing of the school, not to mention the honor of educating the son of the chancellor of
such and such.
Thank you, such and such. I'm trying to call it like The music of the dance is interrupted by the sound of sparking electrical hissing. It's Clank, who has arrived late to the dance. Now that I have graduated, I can reveal my truth. Whoa, he's still doing the talking thing. I'm Clank, and I'm not of this earth. I'm actually from a faraway planet in another dimension.
Let's go.
What? I actually feel like I knew this the whole time. Now that I have learned the ways of your kind, I must return. Oh, please tell me he takes off as a rocket.
Oh, it'd be hilarious if he does.
Miriam, will you come with me? I don't know what to say. Besides, no, obviously. I've just begun to learn who I really am. This is the time for me to devote my life to figuring out who you are, Clank. You're blown away by Miriam's maturity. It's pretty clear she has managed to surpass you in that regard. I understand, kind of. Humans are weird. A portal opens up and Clank disappears there. Oh, I'm disappointed.
Sad.
Finally, Colonel Sanders arrives.
Oh, God, here we go.
Howdy, classmates.
Jesus Christ, what?
Just like the first day you met him, he has come prepared to feed the entire class. However, it's not enough to just give them a bucket of chicken. This time it's a full meal. There we go. I didn't get to be the most famous chicken man in the history of chicken and man by not reminding people to go out and buy my chicken. The end? Quote unquote? Or not quote unquote? Question mark?
No, it's not
the end. As everyone feasts on the delicious chicken dinner, Colonel Sanders finds you sitting at the edge of the dance floor. Drumstick? What are you doing sitting all alone? Oh, you know, just waiting for the right person to ask me to dance. I wonder, might you tell me, what are the qualities that you would expect to find in such a lucky person? Off the top of my head, I don't know, a spicy musk, a tidy goatee, and a degree from the University of Cooking School Academy for Learning, just to name a few. It truly is my lucky day. Would you dance with me? Yes, I would love to. As you glide across the dance floor, hand in hand with Colonel Sanders, the future stretches out in front of you. And once my 100th franchise is up and running, I'll be ready to take a day off, and I'll be so glad to spend it together with you, Drumstick. How sweet! We'll work together and play together. Colonel Sanders stops dead in his tracks. Work together? Well, I think this is something I'll need to do just by myself. But who will help you run your restaurants? I don't believe I need help. Besides, based on your time at school here, do you really think running restaurants is the best path forward? Could it be you found a love connection but failed to earn Colonel Sanders' respect as a chef? Can you live with only half of him? Will you be able to endure sharing him with his other life, the life of an entrepreneur? I suppose I can enroll at pastry school. Oh, my dearest Drumstick, I'm sure that you'll find your place eventually. And along the way, you'll have me by your side. The end.
That was a roller coaster
That
of
was,
emotions
just
in that
there.
last bit. Good God.
Anything at the end we need to do? Good job, Psyop Production.
Psyop, yeah.
But That was it, folks. You know what? We'll just have this at the end. This is the intro to the game, but it's also the end for it, and it is the most anime thing that I've seen in a while.
Yep. This literally feels like we're about to start watching an anime show. The explosion behind him is outrageous.
Well, folks, that was I Love You, Colonel Sanders, a finger-looking good dating simulator. Thank you all for tuning in. We will see you for the next episode of whatever the fuck we play next.
We'll catch you next time, you guys.